Hello, my name is Jonathan Baggs, and this is the King's Academy Roundtable. Joining me today are 5 parents who have all been impacted by the school in special ways.
Daphne Boley. We have 2 children here, a 4th grader and a 1st grader.
I'm Chally Korinek, and I have a son here who's in 2nd grade.
Kelly Wishart, and I have 2 children here at the school.
Kevin Ryan, we have 3 here.
I'm Amy McCullough, and we have a sophomore, Alex, who's here at King's.
We begin with this question. What was your child's educational background before King's Academy?
We came from a homeschooling model. I think the benefit is just that is done by expert teachers that are instructing our students, and we're able to come alongside with them. We can partner with their education, but not from the homeschooling model. We, for a long time, were the only ones, and we were always certain that I'm doing it just right, or I know exactly, I'm not an expert in everything.
We kind of came from the full homeschool model and then into the university model. And what we've enjoyed to help us in teaching our child to manage their time. There's just not, well, I'm at home anyway, so it doesn't matter. You have accountability coming the next day when you go to school. Have you done your homework? And so our kids have really flourished under having a little bit more accountability other than just us.
The university model of education takes the best attributes of homeschooling and combines them with the best attributes of traditional Christian education. In so doing, the university model school preserves and maintains the God-ordained family relationship while offering students the opportunity to achieve a high degree of academic excellence. King's Academy is the only university model school in East Texas, ranging from kindergarten all the way through high school. As parents, what do you think is the benefit of partnering with a university model school and having your children more days out of the week?
King's Academy helped restore our family life. We have more time with Alex at home. He has learned how to budget and manage his time, and that has allowed us to have free time in the evenings and some on the weekends to share as a family.
We see what's going on, we see what's being taught, and we have some say in what is being taught and how it's being taught. So that would be our benefit.
Just the fact that mine loves sports, so we do get to play baseball, but all of our work is completely done. So just the whole unit of the family, it's so much more peaceful.
Our goal at King's Academy is to guide each and every student to independence. With this in mind, how does your at-home education work on a daily basis?
And we sit and we plan out, we look at what assignments they have for the day that are due for the next day, and I like for them to be finished by 3. Very seldom does it ever take them that long, but it is there, for longer projects. And they just have to show me that they have their work done. I'm usually there doing work, and if they have questions or we need to discuss something, that is what happens. But they're pretty much independent.
We have little clipboards that we set on the tables, and they all know what they're supposed to do. And sometimes before we even are ready for the day and get out of the room, they're already up at it and at it. So that's really neat to see them excited to go and attack the day early. The girls probably more than the little boy, but it's there. With Emma's latest Latin project, Audrey was calling out vocabulary words to her. So what does that do? She's learning it too as she's helping Emma with her vocabulary. So it's been really neat to see the 2 girls especially work, and then they'll listen to Nathaniel read, and it's kind of a group project for everybody to get done, because when they're done they all get to play and they get to do what they want to do together. They just want to get it done and work through, and they do. They'll help each other. As they finish a subject, I'll review it, make sure, and we'll work on it together if they have any questions. But they're occupied with what they know to do. They've got their task list for homework, I'm able to work at home while they're doing that, so that's a benefit.
And now the same question to the elementary parents.
And we like getting up early. He's an early, I would suggest, we're just such the morning people. So for the early grades, for us to be able to get that work done, we start about 7:30, and by 1 or 1:30, we're finished. We can still read or do some extra things, but it's been just perfect because I get to sit there and I am teaching, but he's already been introduced to every concept. So it's not that burden of me having all the responsibility to try to teach all this. So, and I'm very interested because I'll have 3 boys here. So we're doing math facts as we're shooting the basketball outside, or we're riding our bike in laps as I hold up a card. And it has been huge. I mean, it's been wonderful. And you can see how that brain, it is. They're just wired so differently.
We definitely start with the harder subjects first, the ones that are the biggest struggle for the day, in math, science, history, those things that are a little English, that are a little more taxing. And so that's one thing that helps our day go better. And then I just simply, he does the work because he's got the instruction, and then we're checking over and remediating where necessary. That's about the only teaching that I'm having to do, really, is just the remediation, or where maybe he didn't get it communicated, or the connection wasn't made perfectly the first time, and so we're just remediating and then mastering it. And then with the first grader, it's a little bit different because we're edging into reading more fluently. And so last year as a kindergartner, most everything she did with me, because I had to read instructions. She couldn't necessarily read her assignment sheet. Now we're to the point where she knows the routine and she can read the assignment sheet. She knows what she can do on her own. She knows what needs to be done for her. And then we go back and check it and work together on any mistakes. But she's moving more towards an independent, and to have a first grader that can initiate her own work is amazing. Because my first grader can just grab her book and know exactly what she's supposed to do, and then she'll have a stack of, these are the things I need to do with Mom.
King's Academy's vision also includes physical and social development for each student. Parents, can you tell us more about what this means to you?
And King's has allowed us to get the academics done, and that's very important and certainly a priority to us. But we also feel very strongly that in order to be a well-rounded person, you must allow that child to explore extracurricular activities and other gifts and talents that God has given him. And Alex has had that opportunity and has been able to enjoy that, along with classes in school.
With both of my girls that are here, they are both dancers, and and you guys know they're on a competitive team. And they started off in a public school doing that, and it was just, they enjoyed it, but it was draining because of all the work. And so by having this university model, Tuesday, Thursdays, yes, they're still getting their work done, but they're done, and it's not as stressful. They're not worrying about their work. They can focus on their passion, especially my oldest one, which is definitely her passion. And it's relieved some of the stress, and actually they're enjoying it even more because they actually have the time and they're not feeling like they're running crazy because all their work is done, which is, like you said, it's a priority first. Work has to be done first.
The next step after high school is to attend a college or university. With this in mind, how do you as parents feel your child is being prepared for college, spiritually, academically, and socially?
One of the things that I like that they're learning how to do, they're learning how, in this university model, because it is university model, how to schedule their time for when they go to college. Because when do you have college courses? Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, or Tuesday, Thursday. So you have to, and what happens, a lot of first-year freshmen or first-semester freshmen get lost and don't know and they have bad grades, not because they can't do the work, they did not know how to budget their time. They didn't know how to study. They didn't know how to set up their day. That to me is one of the most important things that we're teaching here.
So I feel like the teachers have done an exceptional job, even with the curriculum, you know, and they're able to surface kids that are right on spot, or if your child needs to go above or below, that it's just been a perfect catering. So it's one of my big selling points. I can't say enough about that. And like I said, just the curriculum has been so spot on, because the most important thing right now is learning to read, getting a strong reading foundation and a strong math. And I feel like our lower campus grades do an excellent job at satisfying those goals of that reading and math. We're going to have a higher foundation than we would when we're doing a lot of other stuff. They know to focus on those things. So
Alex started here in the 9th grade, and after his very first day of school, he came home and he said, "Mom," he said, "the teachers really seemed to want to be there." So I think from his perspective, the teachers, for the time that they are here with the students, they're very interested, they're engaged, and they want to be here. Because the setting is smaller, they know the students personally. I know that on the days that we're not at school, if Alex has a question, we have the teacher's cell phones. You're one of them. You know, and we can call the teacher up right then and say, "Now, exactly what was this about? Or can you clarify this assignment?" And it's such a personal, hands-on attribute to this program that we really love. And so as far as academically challenging, I think that it is definitely there. It's just that he has more flexibility within the same amount of hours to get the job accomplished.